So, hello everyone and welcome back for the return flight to Haneda in this beautiful, beautiful looking airplane livery. So, let's jump straight into the cockpit because the noise of the ground power unit. So this flight, what we are doing today, was done specifically on 16th of June of 2024 from Sapporo to Tokyo and Haneda. It was parked the first day, 8th of August on gate 6, so I will do gate 6 because when they are taking off or landing, they are transponder off at the airport itself. So quite special, but because if they're in a landing or takeoff your runway in used, you have no TCAS boarding system, so alright, but that is Japan. Climb all the way to flight level 380. Average flight time is 1 hour and 17 minutes. And with the current wind, we are planned for 1 hour and 26 minutes, so 10 minutes longer. Morning flight, 38,000 feet, and then it was parked back and at Haneda on the same gate that we are left from, 65. You can there see the aircraft itself with the right on the yellow on the left and blue on the right. Push back in. So the flight itself. So we are ADO 32. It's now 15th of August 2024. We are going from Romeo Julia Charlie Charlie to Romeo Julia Tango Tango in the 767-300. Julia Alpha 607 Alpha, we are in. I found on the internet from the One World Star Alliance flight sim internet page. They are using a cost index of 50. Flight time, it says here, indeed 1 hour and 26 minutes. Zero gravity weight estimate takeoff is 280 and with landing is 220, so we can immediately turn back. Average wind components 212 by 13, so there's not a lot of wind, like nothing. So block view is
Taxi 2 and hold short, runway 1 left, using taxiway Juliet 3 Hotel 3
sim
Delta 4 Delta 5 Delta
because
6
it is busy.
Delta 7 Delta 8 Delta 9 Delta 1 0 Delta 1 1 Alpha 1 0 on the phone 5-4 heavy.
So and then we are looking
on the pond 5-4 heavy, hold position, caution other traffic. Hold position, on the phone 5-4 heavy.
let's see. Yeah, there's a little bit of dirt on my throttle set, so I'm cleaning that a little bit. Yeah, it's better. Alright, so we are looking for a block view of 29,470 pounds. Not kilos, but pounds. We are taking of expected of runway 1 left, so we have all the way going to the other end of the airfield, because the winds are so we have the so Tango 2 departure. This is the route itself, and then coming up on Haneda we have the Godin 1 Charlie arrival in ILS 34 right. So PAX is 235, cargo is 0, payload is 49.4, estimated zero gravity weight is 251.8, and maximum zero gravity weight is 295.0, estimated fuel is 29.4, and maximum fuel is 83.5, estimated tonnage weight is 180.7, and maximum tonnage weight is 330. 34.8. Estimated landing weight is 265.9, maximum landing weight is 220. So we have a quite easy ride. Shame, because I love the engine wobbling on this airplane. So a little bit of bumpy ride was very nice, but for the passengers in this plane or in the real one, it's not. So climb flight level 380. I have a chart of 390. So it says you have 47 knots of winds from the nose front. But that is all, and it's not a very long flight. So and we are flying with ATIS in the sim itself, so let's clear this out. And yeah, so let's look on chargers. So we are gate here, 6, gate 6, pushback on Julia 2, and then via Julia, I think, something here with hotel 1, 2, 3, onto Delta, and then all the way down on Delta to Alpha 12, at departing 1 left. And then it's a funny climb out, because we have to do a lot of turns to make an 220 turn. It's some height restrictions, but not any speed restrictions, so we can go immediately to 250. Trans altitude is 40,000 in Japan, like 80,000 in America. Airport elevation is 70 feet, and Chayoshi, it's called, I think. Departure tower is 121, so 124.7. So yes, climb out 500, and then going to CC 01 Tango, and then yeah, it's CC 02 Tango 03 Tango to the Tsushima VFR, and then straight out via the Rensot, Teko, Funka, and Dalbli, something like that. Climbing out of Sapporo. So it's overcast, 23 degrees on the ground here. Winds are 20 by 6, so it's indeed 6 knots from the other side. And I think with an empty 767, not passengers, but quite with few, we can take off from the other side with 6 knots of tailwinds. But let's do it the normal way. Air pressure indeed was 10, dew point 20, humidity is 83. I have to set the time and the date from the real flight, so this sunrise and sunset is from now, with the weather from today. Few clouds 1000 feet, broken clouds 1500 feet, broken cloud 3000 feet, rainmaking in the area. So that's it. Also, it says here speed increase to perform improvement climb limit. I have not seen that any one thing before, but let's see. So Romeo, Julia, Charlie, Charlie departing runway 1 left. Feet bounce. Total weight is 180,676 pounds. Flaps optimum, thrust optimum. APU bleed of bleed engines auto. Engine anti and wing ice on auto. So the winds are 20 by 6, 23 degrees. Air pressure is 101.0. Conditions dry, so that give us only about the registration here. Because the type and the engine, aircraft type and engine type is the same. Bleed on, backs on, so that gave us on flaps 5 in a derated takeoff 2 and 45 temperature. So I will not forget that to put that in manually. Because I was thinking when I was doing that in the CDU, that's it, but it's not. It's a little bit older 767 cockpit configuration. Very nice, but if you are doing that not, you screwed up the takeoff performance. So V1 137 VR 142 and V2 is 146. Headwind is 5, constant is 3. Airport elevation indeed is 70. Runway length is 843 feet or 1,000. No, 8,943 feet indeed. Gray is a little bit up, 0.2. And with V2 we are coming indeed up on the end of the runway. So that is the flight plan, flight letter 24 and the chargers. So let's dive in the aircraft. Let's turn south back up. And let's request first our clearance on 121.9er. So let's listen to that first.
Chitose clearance delivery 29er Heavy, IFR to Tokyo, ready to copy. 29er Heavy is cleared to Tokyo Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 9,000. Departure frequency is 125.3, squawk 6233. 29er Heavy, cleared to Tokyo Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 9,000. Departure on 125.3, squawk 6233. 29er Heavy, feedback is correct. Contact ground on 121.6 when ready to taxi.
Alright. So 9,000 heading 002 runway heading. Squawk 6233. Transponder still turned off. Standby, because after taking off I will turn that on like real life. And then tower is 121.6. What was when we are landing here. Alright. So let's do the CDU. So setup, view and payloads. So block view is 29.4 for the flight back. Yeah, because we have now a head of wind from the right head. Nice. And then the payload is 49.3, so we are also a little bit heavier. Nice. So FMC index with a new air rack. Romeo Julia Charlie Charlie gate 6. Let's request the flight in here. Romeo Charlie Romeo Julia Charlie Charlie to Romeo Julia Tango Tango. Runway 1 left. Flight number is ADO or Echo Delta Oscar 32. Active. Execute. And then departing for 1 left via the Renzo Tango 2. So this one. And then we'll be expecting ILS 34 right. So that will be Zulu, ILS 34 right Zulu via holding 1 Charlie. Holding 1 Charlie. And we have toots. No. Alright, so let's see on the lag page and turn that one on to plan with rev data on. So let's do that also on the other side. Rev data on. So let's see of this route. Yes, so climbing out, make it 220 above the airfield. It's only, I think, above, yes, above 3,000 and above 11,000. So nothing special there. And then this one can go back on that one. Nice. But then he gave us not the heights. So let's reset this back. And then the last waypoint here is Dolby. So let's search to Dolby, and then that one can above that one. Nice. And then going down, 11 pages of waypoints for such a short flight, but Japan has is airspace quite organized. Yeah, and so this one can go on to the Gudin, and then with the below and heights it is indeed let's see. Yeah, and that is go around 4,000 and hold to 10. Nice. So let's zoom a little bit in, back to that back on the map page. So let's go back on the CDU. So the zero gravity weight is 247.7 into there, and the cross weight is 277.7. 277.7, that is indeed true. Reserves, yeah, we can, it says here RJCC, but we can vacate to Narita also. So let's see, there's 4.5. Let's request this. Can I request it? No. Alright, check. Climbing to flight level 380. Oh, thrust index of 50, step size is 0, and the GG that is 20.1, so 20.1, then takeoff GG was 20 for flaps. 5 departure with a temperature of 54. So let's do that set now. To Toga climb routes. Oh yeah. And then it says 45. So 54. It's going to maximum 48. Alright, so let's change that. Flaps 5. Let's do a T-rated takeoff of 1, and let's calculate that back again. Yes, it's only going to 48. So let's then do 48. And that gives us some room instead of 45. So takeoff total weight is 267.1. Winds are 20 by 6. My slope is a little bit upgrade, 0.2. Acceleration height, let's do 1500. And then the temperature is now 48. Yes. So RAF is 48, and it gives us an V132 VR 137 and V2 144. So 144 into there. So the flight directors can go on, and then LNAV VNAV. 14,000 and 14,000. So let's then request first our taxi clearance, and let's do then first a safety flight and do the pushback. So let's request our taxi clearance on 121.6.
Chitose round 29er heavy with Victor, ready to taxi IFR. 29er heavy, taxi to and hold short of runway 1. Left via taxiway Juliet 2, Hotel 2, Delta 3, Delta 4, Delta 5, Delta 6, Delta 7, Delta 8, Delta 9er, Delta 1, 0, Delta 1, 1, Alpha 1, 0. Contact tower on 118.8 when ready. Taxiing hold short runway 1, left using taxiway Juliet 2, Hotel 2, Delta 3, Delta 4, Delta 5, Delta 6, Delta 7, Delta 8, Delta 9er, Delta 10, Delta 10. Chitose ground. All Nippon 701, request taxi to the gate. All Nippon 701, taxi to gate 3 via taxiway Alpha 5, Hotel 6, Juliet 6, Juliet
So there's
5,
a
Juliet
lot
4,
of
Juliet 3,
deltas,
Juliet 2.
but
Taxiing
it's
to gate
straightforward
3 using taxiway Alpha 5,
down
Hotel
on
6,
delta.
Juliet
So
6,
and
Juliet
tower
1,
is
Juliet 4,
118
Juliet 3, Juliet 2. All Nippon
decimal
701.
800. Nice. So yeah. So then let's go save the flight. Let's request the pushback. Nice. So let's request the pushback. Straightforward on Julia 2. Let's park the aircraft there. Let's use this route. Alright, let's go have a look on the ground crew. Up here, or down here.
Ground to flight deck.
Yes. Oh wait, let's start the APU of course. Let's contact first ground.
Go ahead. Communication check please and confirm the brakes are set.
Parking brake is set.
Communications are okay and the brakes are set. Thanks.
Alright, so let's start first the APU.
Taxi to gate 9 using taxiway Alpha 5, Hotel 6, Juliet 6, Juliet 5, Juliet 4, Juliet 3.
Let's listen to that
Gate
first.
via taxiway Alpha 5, Hotel 6, Juliet 6, Juliet 5, Juliet 4, Juliet 3. All Nippon 127.
So let's turn on the hydraulics. Fuel pumps only in the middles. Let's turn on the seatbelt signs. And let's turn on the APU. So 1, 2, 3. Alright, and there's coming on 737 in. He was going to gate 3.
All Nippon 701, full position, caution other traffic.
We are on gate 6, so I
Position, all Nippon
think he can
701.
go straight. Look at that, there's also another one. Look at that. Those JA6 engines are amazing. Look at that guy standing over there. Nice, nice, nice. So APU is on, parking brakes are on. So let's do the APU gen on, external power off. Let's do the packs for one moment on. Yeah, to indeed get some air in the airplane because it's 23 degrees. So let's get rid of the wheel shocks and ground power unit. So we are now on our own power. Pushback taxi, he's waiting for us, so let's do the beacon light on and let's go immediately to the pushback.
We are ready for pushback and engine start. Facing southeast. Roger. Facing southeast. Release brake.
brakes are released.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back.
There we go. Let's start the block time clock. Let's leave the transponder off. Only the traffic on with TCAS off. Let's do left radar and right terrain. Yes, he's waiting for us.
You are clear behind and you can start your engine at your discretion.
Alright. Oh, there's two waiting for us. Look at that. Two 737s, 800 from ANA. Alright. Look at that. That is awesome. Alright. So let's start first engine number 1. Yeah, so let's start first engine number 1. So turn off the packs. And let's start engine number 1. So let's ignition the fuel.
Push back, complete. Set parking brake, please.
Alright, so park brake is set. Let's go to the other side.
Parking brakes set.
Roger.
Alright, so let's start engine number 2.
Okay, the tow bar disconnected and the equipment is clear.
Thanks, and you can disconnect and go to hand signals.
Thanks, have a safe flight.
Look at the dirt there. That's nice. Alright, ignition. There you are. Going to the gates. Very nice. Alright, so let's set the flaps to 5. That was not the meaning. To put in some reverse. Look at that. Alright, so flaps 5. So 5. Checked. Nice. So flaps 5 is set indeed. So the PAX can turn on. APU gen off, APU bleed off, APU itself off. Auto throttle is connect, APU gen is off, TCAS off, parking brake is set. Alright, so auto brakes RTO trim was 2.93, so let's go with there. Let's do a status check, so full left, neutral, right, neutral, full back, neutral, full forward, neutral. Let's go back to the road pedals, so full left, neutral, full right, neutral. Alright, so let's do the taxi lights on, parking brake off, and let's go. So it's straightforward. Yes, only on the first one here it is going to the left, down on delta, and then all the way to the end. Yes, so here, the 3 indeed, it is going to the left. No. Oh yes, wait. With another on or a run. Yes, I see it. Alright then, so let's go here to the left. Yeah, it's the middle one. It's this one here in the middle. This taxi route. I have to turn on, so let's go here to the right. And then we are on the deltas taxi spots. So also let's yeah, so it's now straight ahead, going all the way to the end. So let's leave some throttles in. Yeah, it's 767, maximum of 25, 30 taxi speed, because we have now going all the way to the end. So 23 we'll do it for now. Let's leave some throttle in, because the airplane is heavy with packs. Very nice to see two colors, two paints on one aircraft. I like that. Yeah, Japan have some very beautiful designs, but very beautiful airplanes, liveries. ANA special, with the Pokemon 747's 400 Delta. I'm looking on Flight Sim Dispatch, the app. It's called to find some flight back, because I really want to do now. Then in there do some flights, and also the 787 from ANA, the 800. So, but then other flights, not this airfield, because you see something around airport elevations issues. Well, this scenery comes, I think it was 2007, and it's now 2024. So yeah, this airfield have for 15 years not single update, and yeah, then it's outdated. You can see there also another airplane. You can see it not on the radar because they are turning on their transponder and are taking off, but you can see there on the lights an A320 Neo, looks like, coming in. And of course those sounds of this airplane are gorgeous. So let's see what it is. I think indeed ANA, because ANA is flying a lot between Haneda and Sapporo. Yes, an A321 Neo, I think, or 321 normal. This looks like so. 20 knots of taxiing speed, looking nice. So we are coming up on Alpha 12, and then let's go to 119er decimal 8 for request our takeoff clearance. And then we are rocking out. I have not to forget the transponder turn on after we are taking off, because they are doing that in real life, so so as we. So let's brake to make the turn. Here to the left on Alpha 12, or short runway 1 left. It says here Alpha 10. Simbrief of in navigation services they are saying Alpha 110, so I think they have changed it, or yeah, 110 is a little bit back, so I think they have the runway making longer in real life, because the scenery is going to Alpha 10. In real life you have also Alpha 12, so I think they have some runway maintenance to make this runway a little longer. Alright, so let's park the brake on. Yeah. And now I have to request the takeoff clearance. Yeah, Alpha 10. So I am on Alpha 10. If you can see there, Alpha 10. Alright, so let's see when the air traffic controller recognize us that we are on Alpha 10. There's no airplane, other one coming. Let's see what the... Yes. Yeah, there it is.
Chitose Tower 29er Heavy, ready to go. Runway 1 left, IFR to Tokyo. 29er Heavy, clear to takeoff. Runway 1
So when
left.
turn offs on,
Clear for
auto
takeoff.
throttle
Runway 1 left.
on, wide
29er
strobes on, nose on. So APU bleed is off and TCAS is indeed off. Let's cancel that, so let's turn the landing lights on. Yes. And then of course the dome light itself can go off. Let's zoom a little bit in so that we can follow the purple line a little bit better. Alright, and there we go. So, flight time clock is start. 40 thrust set takeoff. So let's see if the rated takeoff is enough, and otherwise I will put in climb mode, so climb mode manually. Nice and easy. Throttles hold. Yeah, I think this is quite good. 48.
V1.
Yeah. Rotate.
V2.
Nice. So positive climb, gear up. And then going immediately to the right. Nice and easy.
29er Heavy, contact departure on 125.3.
Then going to departure 125.3. So let's do it this way.
Departure
Because I'm flying the airplane with hand.
1,300, 29er Heavy, departure, roger, altimeter 29er 83.
So set. So let's go to climb mode.
55 Heavy, out of 1,500, 1,000. Omnipod 55 Heavy, approach, roger.
Climb mode is armed.
29er 83. Omnipod 55 Heavy, turn right, heading
So
0,
gear off.
0. Omnipod 55 Heavy, turn right, heading 0, 0, descend and maintain.
Alright, so stable. So let's turn on the autopilot.
55 Heavy, you are 4 miles south, turn left, heading 0, 3
Aerodynamic turn-offs and taxi lights can go off, the nose light can go off. This one can go to legs. Of course the flaps was set. And the gear is up and off. Oh, and the transponder. So transponder is now TARA. And then speed check flaps 1. And speed check flaps up. So flaps up. Looking good on the profile there, going up on 9,000. Going first to Tokyo Center on 132, decimal 600. Then 125 decimal 300. So flaps. So gears up and off, and flaps is up, no light. Turn left, heading 30. That's the other side. And also climb to fly left to 30. LNAV, VNAV back. Transponder is on, so let's turn off terrain, so whether left, whether right, and then 1.6. Nice. Yeah, so heading 30. Yeah, it's going all the way to the other side, so let's leave it as it is, because I think the air traffic controller records nice as not. With that sharp turn, so heading 3, so 2, 3, 4, 10,000 feet, so landing lights off. Let's release the seatbelt signs. No smoking on. Yeah, leave it on there. So let's zoom a little bit out. So traffic. Let's turn data off, because it's now all above. Indeed. Let's go here to the right. This looks like heading 255. So open climb indeed. Auto brakes off. Turn on. Check. Alright. So you can see the airfield down below there on the left. And this here below is the city itself. Oh, and another airplane also. You saw it right underneath the wing. It's there. See, there it is. Yeah, it's there. That is an 777 300 from ANA. Nice. And 777-300, normal or ER from ANA. Very nice. Alright, so let's save the flight. Let us save the sorry. Let's do the panel status from now 1 or a 0. Nice, so let's zoom a little bit more out. 240 and in 256. Alright, so coming up on flight level 20,000, 200, so 3 to go. Open climb. So all the way up to flight level 3. Uh, 80. There is now some weather in Haneda, but it is a little light green. So let's climb flight level 360. Let's do VNAV, LNAV, open climb. Nice, so also 14,000 feet indeed. So let's go with standard pressure, so 29902, 1, 2 and 3. Nice. Alright, there we go. Look at that, 2 mountains over there, left down, below. Very nice. Coming up on flight level 2605. Indeed 8 knots of headwind. There is above Japan, especially above Osaka, a lot of time some huge winds with 140, 50, even 180 knots of tailwind if you're flying from Shanghai or Hong Kong like that to Tokyo. But if you're flying back from Tokyo or Osaka to Hong Kong or Shanghai or Seoul, then you have 120, 30, even maybe 50, 70, 180 knots of headwind. I've that one time had in the Fenix A320 when I was flying with a friend of mine on the Friday evenings or in the week if we have free from Osaka to Hong Kong in the beach, I think it was. It's purple, it's light purple. From Osaka to Hong Kong, and then we have, I think it was 176 knots of tailwind, and the airplane is flying by itself Mach 76, I think it was. So that's like 480 knots. You think a little bit less, 460 maybe. So with the winds, we are flying, I think it was 320, 230 knots for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. And that flight, its average flight time, it was I think 3.5, 4 hours. And it took us 5 hours and 10 minutes to fly from Osaka to Hong Kong. So yeah, that was a lot of wind. Alright, so going into the left. This looks like to heading 210, 025. So fly level 330, 33,000 feet. Nice. Let's go to Tokyo Center on 19er.300. So only this one on 19er. Let's do that on the left. There. 34,000 feet. So 2 to go. Oh, that was not the meaning. I want that. Look at that. Those water textures in the airplane. It's looking amazing. Very nice. Look at the sun in the engine. Very nice, very nice, very nice. And 20, and there we are. 360. So let's see. We can climb to our cruise altitude immediately. 380. Yes, there we go. 380. So, LNAV, VNAV, let's select indeed 380. So only 2 to go, so that will give us, I think, 1 to 2 minutes. The airplane is already climbing with 2,000 feet a minute, so that gives us 1 minute, 30 seconds to go to fly level 380. Also heading 204. There, nice. So 370, so 1 to go. Altitude alert. TFT sign, I love that. Altimeter of altitude. Yeah, that's 205. Not that one. And then we are coming up on our flight level cruise of 380. 379, and there we go. Speed, VNAV speed, LNAV. It's cruise, power set. Listen to the sounds when the engines are throttling back to hold, maintain Dex 50, or that is Mach 0 of 803, I think it is. Let's see, we can see it in here. Oh. Let's zoom this a little bit out to 80. So it says Mach. That's Mach 80. And we have only to run 277 miles, so I have to calculate the arrival and prepare the departing into Haneda with the taxi routes. So that was it for today. So if you have a question, leave them down below. this livery is public available via Capsim livery installer. I think it's on it, so you can find this livery into there. The scenery is by FS Scenery, something like that. If you doing that, FS Scenery, Footwheel Scenery, Google, Facebook page, you will definitely getting it. And then you have a lot of countries, and if you are scrolling to Japan, you can buy that up on there. It's the whole country of Japan. So you can see it here. It's from the top all the way to also the little islands here of Naha. So it is the also Osaka, Fukushima, all those places where we are. There we are. But let's zoom a little bit in. That is awesome. Nice. So that's the scenery and yeah, the airplane itself by Captain Sim. Because in prepared, it is an awesome airplane flying, detailed as. So if you have other questions, leave them down below. I hope that you have enjoyed, and then I will see you all tomorrow back for the landing in Haneda. So bye bye for now. Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen, ciao.